So when a user first opens the app, they get to a login page. I'm going to log in as our admin account, admin@post.com, but any user can log into whatever account they have. They can also register an account from here, and they can see all of the same fields that they would require to set up their profile, such as interests, descriptions, names, and their profile image. But we're just going to log in. So once we log in, we see our homepage full of posts, full of a bunch of other information that we'll talk about soon, but we'll focus on the post feed. Here we can see every post that the post algorithm is currently recommending to us. It does this based on a number of factors, such as your interests, who you follow, and the time of the post. But we can see many posts here. We can do whatever we want. In this case, I'm going to click into my own post here, and we're going to have a look at it. Inside of our post view, we can see each post has its own unique ID. In this case, it's IKK blah blah blah. And this URL is given to you when you copy a link to share this post. And that's fine. We can like our post in whichever way we want. So like, dislike, all that kind of stuff, and that works fine. And we can add a comment of whatever format we wish. I'm going to type something random. Apologies for my clicking. Let me get our comment. Here's a comment on our post. You can like a comment and, all that stuff is fine. And we can return back to our homepage. So from here, we can then look at our profile data by clicking our name up here, and we see our profile. We see our image, we see other personal information, and we see the information that we're interested in. While we're here, we can also click on a profile image to see someone's face in more glorious detail, if we wish, but we don't have to. Our profile picture, our profile area here, and somebody else's varied slightly, whereas we can see our email, we can see our last login, and we can see a few other things. We can't see that for every other user. So if I back out of this, for example, and click on Best Beats & Co. here, I can't see their email, I can't see when they last logged in, and a few things like that. But yeah, anyways, inside of our profile, we can see who we follow or who anyone else follows. So I have Jamie and Sharklover follow me, and I just follow Sharklover. And that's fine. I can also see all of my posts from this view. So if I want to scroll down slowly and see all of the posts my user account has created, I can do that from here. So that information as well is also available on our left pane here. I can see my followers, and I can see who I'm following from the same pane. Our search functionality is next, where I can search for whatever I want, in this case sharks, and I will come up with the user accounts here and posts that contain the phrase shark. It'll find pretty much anything we want based on that. If I want to add a post, I can, for normal text posts, I can just type in whatever information I want. Here, look at this maybe. And then if I want to add a image to my post to make it a image post, I can click on this icon or really anywhere around here. Select an image from my settings here, from my downloads, and then post that image for everybody else on the platform to see. On the right of our pane here is a section called Suggested Cool People. This is essentially the system recommending you people who you should follow. And it's based on essentially all the data that it can pull together, such as common interests, who the both of you follow, have they recently posted, and there's a small bit of randomness in there just to keep it on its toes. But generally speaking, the more interests, follows, and interaction you have with a specific user, the higher the chance of it recommending you that user to follow. Finally, we have our settings. Here you can see, all of the settings for yourself, and of course you can edit them and do whatever you want with it. You can see your interests. So I have shark, pizza, and cake minus my interest. Maybe I'll want to remove cake and add the interest of business. And let's say for some reason I wanted to say I'm interested in coding, which I clearly am. That interest isn't here, so I couldn't click on it. But if I have it here and I click the plus button, great. I can now add it to my list of interests, and that's stored for any other user to use for interest as well. From a production standpoint, that would be a nightmare mode of management. You would, realistically speaking, want it to be managed centrally, but for a small scale project, it's fine. Finally, we have these two settings here. There is the post feed mode and the app mode. The post feed mode switches our feed from either the home mode or the followers mode. Home mode shows us our feed based on a post algorithm that tries to pull together all the information it can and give us that information. Our latest mode shows us all of the information from our latest followers. So I follow just one account, Shacklover, and because of that, I see their posts and nothing else. If I followed more people, I would be able to see their information, but I'd have to follow them first. Finally, the last setting we have here is dark mode. So this system was designed in dark mode. I prefer it in dark mode, but we can change that whenever we want. So if I click on light mode, the entire system switches into a light mode of itself. Same thing. I can share. I can share. I can do whatever I need to do. Search, check profile, that kind of stuff. It's just a different mode. And with that is everything. Of course, you can log out and log in as another user. That's absolutely fine. But that's all for this demonstration.